everyone, it's Leanne. Welcome to another video on my channel. I am sharing a lot of Tamagotchi Paradise content right now, and I did not show you one thing in my unboxing video. So I want to go through that now, and as you probably saw from the title, it is the Tamagotchi Lab. I didn't realize this was a thing until after I filmed the video, but if you go into the dial here and you hold it down and long press, you go into the Tamagotchi Lab. And so this is like a whole other area, and you can play in here when your Tamagotchi is asleep. I love that the most. So just going through the categories, we have an information section, some mini games, which is super fun. We'll talk about that in a minute. The shop, help section, lab log, and settings. So in settings, you can do like your sound, your brightness, your time, all the things that are standard on a Tamagotchi. If you go into information, let's just explore these categories so I can show you all of them because I missed them in my unboxing video. So you go into user info. This is Planet Sabrina. I named that after my cat because this is the land Tamagotchi. And I've had her for 6 days, 5 days. I have 194 Gotchi points. This shows Tamas that I've nurtured. I'm not really sure what this is yet. So yeah, I'm just waiting to unlock that, or maybe something to show up there. And of course my birth date. And that is the section here, actually. Sorry, we'll go into the mission next. And I don't know what the missions are either. It says I haven't done any yet. So it looks like maybe some badges will show up in this category. And then the mini games. I love the title screen for the mini games. I love, love, love the title screen. So in here we have feeding baby milk. This is a lot like the hamburger game on the Uni. And so we'll go into it quickly. Let me just take a quick look into it to show you. So you have all of these baby Tamagotchi, and then you have to feed them when they cry. So it's basically like serving the hamburger when they're hungry. So you'll see the baby come up and the baby will be hungry. It'll cry, and then you give it the baby bottle. And once you do 10 of them, then you finish the level. You do make money playing this game. So if you do it on easy, you get 250 Gotchi points. If you do it on normal, you get 500. I haven't unlocked hard yet, but it's just 3 levels. The next game is delivering vitamin. And I love this one. It's like the jump game. So if you ever played the Uni events where you have to jump up to the top and you just keep bouncing, it is so much fun. I just love this mechanic. And so there's little red rubber things you can jump on. They give you the boost. So those are the ones you want to hit. And with this one, I don't know if it's necessarily timed. I think you have a certain amount of time to finish it, but you just want to reach the top. And honestly, when I played the Uni one, when I did the competitions, I hardly ever reached the top, but I had a lot of fun playing these games. And so then your characters start to change as you get towards the top. You get the ones that you can only bounce on once, which are these little bubbles. The blue bubbles are those ones. And then, yeah, you start to change characters as you get to the top. But that's basically what that game is. Now we'll look at the next game, which is matching meals. And again, all the levels have the easy, medium, hard levels. So you do get more Gotchi points as you progress. So this is basically like something you would have saw on the meets or the ons, where it is basically library, where you gotta remember where the bad one is. You don't want to hit the bad meal. It's like a black something, the burnt meal. So in this instance, it's on the bottom. And then you just go through and match up the other ones, and you get a timer to do that, and you have to finish it in the amount of time that you have, and you get the money. This one is pretty fun too. It's called Catching Poo, I guess. Catching Poop. And here is the Tamagotchi. And this one was, I think, a seasonal game on the Uni. I think it was a spring game where maybe, I can't remember, maybe you caught eggs or something. You start out slow, and you have 3 tracks that you can change to. There's a top, a middle, and a bottom. And then eventually it speeds up, and you try to catch as many poo as you can, or scoop them up in this case. And this is just going through, and you go through different levels too. And I don't know that they're any different. You can pick up this vacuum cleaner and that will make the poo come to you so you don't have to keep jumping up and down between the tracks, but it doesn't last very long. I also found that if you don't get every single one, you can still get the full 3 stars and all the money. Whereas on the other version on the Uni, it seemed like you couldn't miss one, or then you got a lesser amount as a prize. A lesser amount of stars or money, whatever it was. So that's basically that one. That's pretty fun too. That one's a little tough. I find that one a little tough, but that's how you play that. This one's cleaning dust. This one is a really fun game, but it's long. There, I think, are like 5 or so screens, maybe more. It's like playing Ackroyd, like the old vintage, I think it was Atari, maybe on Nintendo too. Basically, you have this character, you have a paddle at the bottom, and you got to make sure that you don't let them go down through the crack, and just push them back up into the dust clouds to clear the dust. A little bit different about this game is that you're looking for a hidden character. So once you find that hidden character, it will let you pass on to the next level. This is a fun game. If you have a little bit of time to kill, then you can sit and play with it and go through the different levels. You make the same amount of money on the easy, medium, hard as you do the other games. It's all 250, 500, and then whatever the hard is, I'm not quite sure because I haven't unlocked that one yet. Maybe it's 750, maybe it's 1,000. This one I like. It's punching meteorite, and this is kind of practice for when you have an attack on your planet. It's the exact same mechanics, gameplay, and premise. So I really like this one. I think playing like the medium might be a little bit more fun because it moves pretty slow, but you can use the A, B, and C buttons, and you just got to punch the meteorites when they get close to your planet and get them out of the way. I've never actually had one hit my planet. I think if one does, you can keep playing. You just would end up maybe with less stars. We can try it. Yeah, so you don't get totally kicked out of your game. You can still keep going and earn some gotchi points. This one's pretty fun. I think it would be fun at a really fast level. I think I would enjoy that. But you got your little boxing glove, and you can punch these away. And it's not too long, as you can see. It's not a long game, but it's fun. And pretty easy, I think, for the most part. I mean, if you played the normal, the easy or the normal, it'd be pretty doable. So we got 3 stars on that one. And the next game brings us back to feeding baby milk. So these are the mini games, and you can play these when your Tama is asleep, like I said, which is great because you can work on making money even if your Tamagotchi isn't awake. And the next item here is the shop. So you can go under items, and there's food, snacks. Outside toy is to place in your area where your Tamagotchi can play with it when you're not there. And deco items are for decorating your planet. And the next one under here is meal. So basically when you collect items in the egg hunt, you can come here and make your own meals with them if you have a combination of needed or required items. I've only honestly had enough to make one so far, but I haven't really gone in there too much. And then sell, of course, you can sell some of the items that you have, clean out your inventory. And if you have a shop code, you can put it in here. It will be a all numeric code. The one with the letters and the numbers goes in a different area, but this is where you put a code that is strictly numbers. The next category is the help section. You can get the babysitter, which is great. We love that feature. And then new Tama. I don't know if this is like you can ask for an egg. It says the Tama you raised will be released to the field. So you can move on to an next Tama, I guess. Or you can breed. Oh, so you can maybe breed with a different character. So if you only have one device, this could be a way that you could marry a Tamagotchi and try to crossbreed, do the genetics, the gene mixing. So it's kind of like going to the Tamagotchi party on the Uni as well when you marry. So that's under the help section. And then the lab log under Tama file. we have all of the different lands, I guess, or areas that you can unlock. And I unlocked these pretty quickly. I was quite surprised how quick it was to do, and I don't even know how I did it. It just kind of happened. But as you collect the characters, they appear under these categories so that you can basically have a memory card of them. And then if you go under microscope, you can do a lab code. This is when you have an alphanumeric code. So you would maybe, like for instance, I pre-ordered my Tamagotchi from Japan. It came with an exclusive sticker that had letters and numbers. That would go in here. And then when you do, it'll make a little badge of the characters that you've collected, and they are shown here. So you can go into them and have a memory that you unlocked them. And I assume you would get different stickers maybe at Tama events, pre-orders, or stores. Different sorts of things, you could put them in there. And then settings we looked at. So this is the whole Tamagotchi lab. I just wanted to do a quick video on this because I love this whole idea that you have this huge set of things to do outside of just having your Tamagotchi. Mine's ready for bed. I've kept it up pretty late. And I did do a pastel drink on it that made it green. It was, I think, blue or a purpley color. So now it is green. And I wasn't expecting that, but that's what it is. So I've been keeping my Tama awake just to make this video. And now it's ready to go to sleep. But I hope you enjoyed this look at the Tamagotchi lab. I love this. This device is probably one of my favorites since the Meets or the On. There's just so much to do and there's so much to explore. And I love, honestly, that the fact that it doesn't go online, and you might, I'm assuming you will not run out of room collecting the different items because there's no way to update and get new ones. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I love this device. If you're thinking about getting it, I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check if they're in stock, and keep checking if you check the link and they're not, because they keep restocking. So they should, as they become available, restock. Mine, I did get the blue one on July 18th. It was released in Canada, even though it was scheduled for August 1st. So they are coming out a little bit early. Be sure to check, just in case if you do want to get one. If you did like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you're notified the next time I post a video to my channel. I have lots of shorts and lots of other videos on the Tamagotchi Paradise, so be sure to check those out if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching.